welcome to A for Arsenal. My name is Daksh, and welcome to the friends of the channel from Menace and the Monk, Nidhi Bhai and Manas from Menace and the Monk. Like I said, इन लोगों ने ही मुझे YouTube start करने पे encourage किया, मजबूर किया, and now I'm here. तो जब The Monk इस चैनल पे आते तो दो चीजें तो होती हैं. एक तो of course Arsenal is playing Liverpool, and second is मेरे views और subscribers बढ़ जाते हैं. तो अभी we are at 235 subs. गोल है वर्ल्ड कप तक 350 subs लाने का. So if you're new to the channel, कहीं से भी आए हो, subscribe to the channel, like the video, whatever. And now we'll preview, of course, one of the biggest games for Arsenal and for Liverpool this season, for at least as of now, Arsenal versus Liverpool. I'll get आप लोगों के ideas, thoughts क्या हैं इस game पे. Let's start with Nidhi Bhai first. Nidhi Bhai, importance क्या है इस game का from a Liverpool perspective? अभी आप बता सकते हो.
यार देख, फर्स्टली तो मतलब मैं इतना नर्वस नहीं हुआ हूँ पिछले 4-5 साल में टू प्ले आर्सेनल. मतलब अगेन आई एम नॉट मॉकिंग और मेकिंग फन ऑफ यू, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि डिफरेंस जो था वो बहुत प्रोनाउंस था. और अभी भी डिफरेंस जो है वो इट इज वेरी प्रोनाउंस्ड. एंड द डिफरेंस, द बिग difference is the fact that अब हम लोग we are the weaker side, right? It is a massive fixture, right? Why? Because if you look at the table, if we lose this game, then we are what, like 13 points behind Arsenal or something like that, right?
14.
Yeah, some 14 points behind Arsenal. So that वो उस तरह की चीज takes you out of the equation completely. On the other hand, if we win it, we can use this as, you know, कि यहाँ से, like figuratively speaking, this is where the season starts and that kind of a thing. The problem is, of course, that, you know, and I'm sure हम लोग discuss करेंगे कि I don't see how, but it is a massive fixture for Arsenal as well, because it's a you know, they played United, they lost to them. You know, this is a big fixture for them again. और मतलब बहुत ही ज्यादा चीजें इस मैच के बाद पता लग जाएंगी for about both teams.
मानस, क्या लगता है in terms of जैसे दोनों टीम्स का भी स्टार्ट रहा है टू द सीजन काफी डिफरेंट रहा है, बट जैसे आर्सेनल की भी जो पोजीशन हो, चाहे टेबल में कुछ भी हो, चाहे लिवरपूल कुछ भी कर रही हो, दोनों टीम्स के लिए सॉर्ट ऑफ मस्ट विन मैच है.
आर्सेनल के लिए आई डोंट थिंक मस्ट विन
नहीं, pace with City, and जितना भी ज़्यादा time we want to stay in the top 4, top 2, whatever it might be.
Yeah, like मेरे humble opinion में it's a great start for Arsenal, but they are not going to like win the title.
Possible.
It is going to be City if you ask me. So अगर आप वो thought process रखो तो it's not a must win for Arsenal by any stretch of the imagination. But अगर Arsenal जीत जाए तो you know, Nidhi ने लिवरपूल की बिलीफ बोला, आर्सेनल की बिलीफ will be like, boss, what's happening, what's up, you know, we can actually do this. So it's a very, I agree with Nidhi, I have not been as nervous as playing Arsenal in a long time, but in a way Arsenal के लिए मेरे point of view में this is not a free hit, but everything to gain in this picture. Because if they win, they will be like, भाई यार, now beating Tottenham against United, हम अच्छा खेले और हार गए, और लिवरपूल को हरा दिया. Now we can dream, we can compete with the best of the best teams. And Liverpool point of view, this is a must win. If we don't win, और चल draw भी किया, next up is City. So उधर भी it's a question of Haaland का mood क्या है and types. So this is a massive test for Liverpool, and I'm looking forward to it because any game under Jurgen Klopp for Liverpool is a good feeling. So obviously, and this is a good test, man. Arteta's Arsenal is a different beast. Maybe we are up against future title contenders, or maybe people who win it. You know, so very excited. I'm always excited, but I agree with Nidhi. I think Arsenal start off as favorites. Yeah, Arsenal start off as favorites for sure.
हाँ, मतलब I think this is the best time for Arsenal to also play Liverpool अब तो आई थिंक जो मोटिवेशन टू बीट लिवरपूल है, कोई एक्स्ट्रा मोटिवेशन लाने की जरूरत नहीं है. नो ट्रेनिंग ग्राउंड पे कोई स्पीकर्स या कुछ, यू नेवर वॉक अलोन, एंड नो व्हाइट बोर्ड पे ड्राइंग्स. आई थिंक जैसे हम खेल रहे हैं, द टीम इज एंजॉयिंग इटसेल्फ, द मैनेजर इज एंजॉयिंग मैनेजिंग दिस टीम. तो काफी पॉजिटिव मूड है इस क्लब में. एंड आई थिंक बोथ टीम्स के लिए भी इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ डिफरेंट मैच फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस मैच. लिवरपूल ने ऑफ कोर्स रेंजर्स को खेला, who did not attack as much, played in a back three system, so Liverpool could express themselves better. Of course एक नया system था जिसकी अभी हम बात करेंगे. Arsenal also, the last big game was against Spurs. Spurs of course low block में खेलते हैं, counter करते हैं, but Liverpool is a high pressing team जो काफी intensely खेलती है. तो in terms of this मैं देख रहा था कि जो last game में आपका system था, whatever it was, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, जब मैं when I was there watching your live also, I said Arsenal के against नहीं खेल सकते. But the more I think about it, जो आपका 4-4-2 system है, that gives you a little bit of defensive security, but also gives you options in attack. So it's a very good system for Liverpool to play against Arsenal. Klopp also has said that we have to defend and we have to be unpredictable. अभी latest comments में. So what system do you both think कि Liverpool will play अभी? मानस, इस बार आपसे start करते हैं.
I have no idea. And I'm not going to stress too much about it because मैंने भी निधि को ये बोला था, और नेक्स्ट डे जब मैंने रेंजर्स का वीडियो बनाया था, मेरे हिसाब से हम वो सिस्टम आर्सेनल के अगेंस्ट नहीं खेल सकते. We cannot play 4 attackers against a team which has 3 really informed midfielders, because वहां से आर्सेनल गेम जीत सकता है. और अगर हम 3 डाले भी उधर 3-on-3, I still feel Arsenal have the better midfield right now because we are not pressing as a team. हमारा पूरा concept as a team is to press and press well, जो हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. And pressing at the right time, वो भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं हम लोग. मतलब वो जो हमारे पास expertise है वो नहीं दिखी है season. So personally, I don't see us playing that 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1 against Arsenal. But Klopp ने बोला है we will have to be unpredictable because उससे ये भी बोला कि लाइक टीम्स को पहले भी पता था हम कैसे खेलते हैं, बट हम लोग इतना अच्छा खेल रहे थे कि वो कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे थे. तो रियलिटी वही है. अब वो गेम में हेंडरसन भी खेला था विद थियागो. कैन वी नॉट हैव फेबिन्यो अगेंस्ट आर्सेनल? दैट इज अगेन वन मोर थिंग व्हिच वी माइट हैव टू कंसीडर. आई पर्सनली थिंक वी विल प्ले अ 4-3-3. I think we'll go back to that against Arsenal. That's what I feel. But I'll be happy in a way if we play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-2 because we looked good against Rangers in that game.
Nidhi, how much of that looking good was because Liverpool were good or Rangers were bad?
नहीं, मतलब it was a combination of the two, definitely. I mean, look, Rangers were not adventurous at all, but I don't think you can take anything away from Liverpool in that game also, right? I think we did the basics right. और यही तो गलती है ना, मतलब we were doing basics गलत हो रहे थे. 4-2-3-1 के साथ the thing with 4-2-3-1 or in the formation that we played in that game is it's going to be a high risk, high reward game, right? If it works, if everyone is able to do what they do, I think we will enjoy that game, playing that game. We'll get a lot of joy in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
But against Arsenal, I think not playing Fabinho would be foolhardy. I don't think we should make that mistake. I don't think we will see a 4-2-3-1 really when we play Arsenal, but perhaps in attacking transitions we might see glimpses of it, which is what I feel.
You know, for Nidhi, for all we know, we might just play Elliot and still call it a 4-2-3-1 and ultimately becomes a 4-3-3 again. You know, like ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा.
Yeah.
You know, वो ही है. So again, you know, like formations, roles, opponents. Rangers के अगेंस्ट जो गेम थी ना दक्ष, उससे तो मतलब मिलियन माइल्स अवे हो गई है गेम. Pace wise, the way we defend, we did the basic side, which Nidhi is totally correct. But हमें आर्सेनल के अगेंस्ट बेसिक प्लस इंटरमीडिएट प्लस एडवांस प्लस सब कुछ सब बराबर करना पड़ेगा to have a have a genuine chance of winning this game. It's a little bit different test altogether because Arsenal at the moment in-form team in Europe, not just England.
Yeah. I think, both of you are spot on in the sense that it's going to be a very different game. I am confident in the sense that we will score for sure. I think past में जब भी हम लिवरपूल के साथ खेले, it's not only been defeats but also that we've been unable to score against Liverpool. The last time we beat Liverpool in the league was 2020 or 2021 जब Lacazette और Nelson ने
2-1.
Them is a very generous term I'm using. Liverpool was dominant. हमने बस robbery कर ली थी उस time. But this time I am confident we can score. Win के लिए I am not as confident. A draw looks like the most likely result. But it's going to be a great game for both attacks. Liverpool के attack के लिए काफी important game होने वाला है because Arsenal's defenders are also in form. Saliba तो है ही है. चलो Gabriel की थोड़ी mistakes हैं. But White is also a very underrated player. Possession में I think he's the top 2 or top 3 most ground duels won. So him against Diaz is going to be a huge battle. Arsenal का तो पता ही है and I think Liverpool की थोड़ी weaknesses हैं. मैंने की थी I think Anfield watch पे आज की there were no training pics of Thiago yesterday or today. So I think these are just mind games. ये तो हम भी पूरे सीजन करते आए हैं कि हम जिनचेंको को नहीं दिखाते थे, ओडेगार्ड को नहीं दिखाते थे and then they'd be in the starting lineup. So who do you think are going to be the key players for Liverpool? And who do you think is the most dangerous threat from Arsenal, both of you?
You just named the most important player, Thiago. I think, ये match में Luis Diaz, because Trent versus Martinelli is another matchup जो तूने बोला नहीं वो that is obviously something that as a Liverpool fan I'm nervous about it. But I think Luis Diaz is sort of an unknown quantity for Arsenal, little bit. Or maybe we can gain by his pace because अगर a lot of people Rangers का match when they saw this like Luis Diaz didn't score. But if you look at that game, he was the one who was attracting defenders. He created a lot of problems. So we can, again, it like हम लोग वही बात कर रहे हैं कि we're not going to find so much joy against Arsenal as much as we found against Rangers. But Diaz is going to be important, and for Diaz to operate, we need that killer pass. We need that defense splitting moment, which Thiago can provide. And right now, he is the creative spark in the midfield. So for me, Thiago is the most important player.
और जो तूने वो pitches वाला बोला ना, वो अभी apparently false alarm है वो. अच्छा. अभी तक जो भी हमने पढ़ा है, वो false alarm है. Thiago is available. ऐसा कुछ आया नहीं है कि he is not a. अगर थियागो नहीं है गेम में तो आर्सेनल आराम से जीत रहा है. लाइक अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी वर नेवर अ टीम व्हिच लास्ट ईयर तक भी तो बोल देता ना साला नहीं है या थियागो नहीं है, हम बोलते हाँ तो भी जीत सकता, जीतेंगे, सकते नहीं जीतेंगे ऐसे बोलते. बट अगर अभी ये करंट सिनेरियो में थियागो नहीं है तो फिर 100% इट्स इन आर्सेनल्स फेवर. फॉर मी मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज गोना बी ट्रेंट versus Martinelli, that battle जो निधि ने touch upon किया है. Martinelli is a player who I love, Jurgen Klopp loves, and all Liverpool fans love as well, very openly. बहुत ही अच्छा player. और Klopp तो बहुत flirt करता है Martinelli के साथ openly.
और भी कर ही लिया ऑलरेडी.
हाँ मतलब अभी तो शर्म हमें आती है. लाइक हम ऐसे घूंघट डाल देते हैं कि जब क्लॉप ऐसे बात करता है मार्टिनेली के बारे में. बट बहुत क्लास प्लेयर है और ट्रेंट हैज टू बी ऑन टॉप ऑफ हिज गेम. एंड बट दैट बीइंग सेड, द बेस्ट ऑफ ट्रेंट वी हैव सीन अगेंस्ट बेस्ट विंगर्स जब ट्रेंट मेक्स देम ब्लडी डू व्हाट दे नॉट गुड एट डिफेंड. So, ये हमने बहुत बार बोला है कि जब ट्रेंड ऑफेंसिवली कुछ अच्छा करता है ना तो उसकी गेम डिफेंसिवली बेटर हो जाती है. तो उससे लास्ट गेम में गोल मारा है और क्लीन शीट रखा है. सो आई एम जस्ट होपिंग कि थोड़ा और कॉन्फिडेंट हो ट्रेंड, बिकॉज अगर ट्रेंड कॉन्फिडेंट हो गया ना तो उसकी गेम एलिवेट होने वाली है. और मैं ये गैरेथ साउथगेट वर्ल्ड कप को मद्देनजर रखते हुए कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. आई केयर अबाउट लिवरपूल, आई वांट ट्रेंड टू डू वेल. इन दिस गेम वी विल मिस Andy Robertson a lot. I
thought he was fit.
He is almost fit.
He's not playing this game for
but
sure.
But he's not playing this game.
Yeah.
I thought Robertson agar hoga then it's going to be a huge issue because Martinelli on one wing is one thing, Tsimikas did not look that impressive to me against Rangers also. And Saka उस side खेल रहा है, Ben White के overlaps, and of course Odegaard भी उसी channel में operate करता है. So I thought कि अगर Robertson होगा, it's going to be a little difficult for Arsenal, but अगर Tsimikas खेल रहा है, it could be a little advantageous. I think Liverpool की right side is going to be very crucial. Not only because जो उनके पास attacking talent है ही है, but also because the way Arsenal plays. Arsenal का left back tuck in कर जाता है almost to be another midfielder in build up. And Liverpool जिस तरह से they play the ball over the top, Rangers के against भी एक दो बार साला के लिए खेली थी. That could be a very important space for Liverpool to exploit. But एक बार attackers की जल्दी से बात कर लेते. चलो Diaz one wing पे हो गया, Salah on the other wing हो गया. अब ये बचते हैं Firmino, Jota और Darwin. इन तीनों के लिए who do you think? Because देखो Jota and Firmino have great records against Arsenal, but Darwin's abilities in terms of physicality, letting Diaz or Salah maybe make those runs in behind, that's very important. So is this the game for Darwin to play, or are Liverpool going to go with either Firmino or Jota? Nidhi bhai.
Nidhi, go for it.
I would want Jota to start this game. क्योंकि जो मैंने पहले बोला ना, किलर पास, इंस्टिंक्टिव फिनिश, वो जोटा के पास है. ही कैन कैपिटलाइज, ही मोर एक्सपीरियंस्ड, उस जैसे तूने बोला कि रिकॉर्ड अच्छा है और वो सारी बातें. बिकॉज 4-3-3 मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो ऑब्वियसली आई एम गोइंग टू नेम ओनली वन अटैकर, बट मे बी क्लॉप प्लेज बोथ डियाज एंड जोटा एज वेल. वो भी एक पॉसिबिलिटी है. Diaz and Nunes, वो भी एक possibility है. But मैं तो बोलूँगा कि I would go with Jota if it was up to me.
I will personally go for Nunes because last game against Rangers probably उसका, apart from scoring a goal, best game था, where he felt a bit like a Liverpool player. अगर आप वो गेम के बाद if he is dropped, I think again उसका confidence वाला issue हो सकता है. And I genuinely feel it is a matter of time that I'm not saying score like Haaland but score goals. And there's also one thing which I watch, I could be totally wrong, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. मैं जब टीवी से देखता हूँ ना आर्सेनल के गेम्स, तो आर्सेनल का पिच मेरे को हमेशा बड़ा लगता है. ओके, एंड मेरे को हमेशा स्पेस ज्यादा दिखता है. Arsenal, not because Arsenal are bad defensively. I know these are camera things and blah blah blah, but I always feel there are spaces which you can exploit when you're playing against Arsenal. And I feel this is an opportunity for Darwin Núñez to do something and have his presence felt, because ultimately big money signing, and I want him to play big games as a Liverpool supporter. Now come on, we're backed you. We're not saying you're shit. We're backing you. We're going to back you always. Now deliver. And this is a game for Darwin to deliver, in my opinion. Gabriel or Saliba against. I want him to ruffle a few feathers. Not headbutt someone, but ruffle a few feathers. That's what I want to see, man.
हाँ, वो भी एक underrated part of हमारा फुटबॉल का है कि थोड़ा सा ना we have to create mayhem. मतलब हम लोग जनरली उतने कैरेक्टर्स हैं नहीं उतने जो जाके झगड़ा कर लेंगे. Nunes has that streak. If he can, perhaps, although it could backfire also because Arsenal are quite mature now, but that is also something to look at.
From your point of view, Daksh, how important is Thomas Partey?
I think जो drop off होता है quality में from Partey to Lokonga, especially in Premier League games, वो बहुत evident हो जाता है, massive हो जाता है. जब Partey नहीं खेलता, then Xhaka has to drop in or Odegaard has to drop in and help him out in build up. In fact, अगर Elneny भी fit होता तो it would have been great for us, because Elneny चलो थोड़ा progress कर लेता और at least he's secure in possession. I think Partey is going to be key because not only he is very press resistant, but उसकी passing range, उसके outlet balls, and as in this Spurs game, his ability to take shots or create chances from deep is also very valuable to us. वो physical presence है, and he knows, मतलब he's not somebody जो एक sort of destroyer है, like Fabinho, he knows कि pass कहाँ आएगा and he'll know how to cut the passing lane. Arsenal के सबसे बड़ी strength यही है कि हम बॉल के पीछे नहीं भागते, we direct the press कि players के पास options limited होते रहे and eventually they have to make a mistake जहाँ से हम ball gain करें. So for us, Partey is as important as Thiago for you, but the thing is, if you talk about peak Liverpool की quality जैसे मानस ने भी touch किया था, it was all a machine where everyone was a part, like a cog. हर एक का एक important role होता था, and एक cog miss हो गया तो another would seamlessly fit in. Arsenal के पास उस level की quality अभी नहीं है. But rather than relying on individuals, although individual brilliance है हमारी team में, everyone's roles are very well defined. Everyone is, I'd say, 3 to 4 stars at their job. Nobody is 1 5-star at their job. And जब एक टीम ऐसी फ्लूइडिटी के साथ खेलती है, it gives me little confidence कि हम लिवरपूल के अगेंस्ट रिजल्ट ला सकते हैं. And of course, let's not forget, ये एमिरेट्स में गेम है. अगर एमिरेट्स में गेम होता तो पूरा डायनामिक बहुत डिफरेंट होता. तो एमिरेट्स पे आर्सेनल हैव बीन रियली गुड. And even if our defense could do well against an attack of Kane, Son, Richarlison, who have a mix of great finishing, speed, strength, तो I think लिवरपूल के अगेंस्ट भी कॉन्फिडेंस आना चाहिए. My only worry is जब यूनाइटेड के पास एरिक्सन और ब्रूनो जैसे पासर्स होते थे who could shoot in that ball या pass in that ball behind space, and United had Rashford who has speed to finish it and one of the greatest one-on-one finishers. I think Liverpool भी same threat pose करता है कि if we lose the ball, which we tend to do sometimes in the middle, Thiago एक ऐसा पास मार देगा to Salah or Diaz कि they'll run in behind and score. And Salah and Diaz, I think, of course, great at one-on-one finishing. I think one battle जो हम बहुत, I think, हमेशा previews के time negate कर लेते हैं is about goalkeepers. And I think Ramsdale, of course, is not Alisson quality. How important is Alisson against players who are very fluid in attack, who create a lot of chances? Because Arsenal create a lot of chances. Spurs 2-3 chances create करके गोल मार देती हैं 1-2, but Arsenal create, I think they're the second highest creating chances after Man City. So how important is Alisson for Liverpool?
Bhai, last season people said Salah, somebody said Diaz, somebody said post AFCON Mane, whatever. My player of the season was Alisson. और goalkeepers ना तूने एकदम सही बात बोली कि they go under the radar. Yeah. This season also, अगर if you look at Brighton, that score in the first half should have been 4-0, 5-0. It was Alisson who kept us in the game. And ultimately, it was him because of which we didn't lose at Anfield. Right? So, Alisson is going to be super critical. But the point is, you should have a world-class keeper. But your keeper should not be your most important player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, वो चीज को काउंटर करना जरूरी है. बट आई फील दिस गेम विल कम डाउन टू मोमेंट्स. whoever win, I think it will come down to like a few moments, and in those moments Alisson is of course very important. तो यार Alisson तो बहुत जरूरी प्लेयर है हमारे लिए. Same for Ram.
Manas, just this is the last question, उसके बाद हम predictions पे चलते हैं. अभी Liverpool played United, उसके अगेंस्ट रिजल्ट नहीं आया. लिवरपूल आल्सो प्लेड सम टीम्स लाइक ब्राइटन और फुलहम जिसके अगेंस्ट रिजल्ट नहीं आया. व्हाट मिस्टेक्स डू लिवरपूल नीड टू अवॉइड इन दिस गेम ताकि जो मिस्टेक्स स्पेशली अगेंस्ट एक यूनाइटेड, अंडर परफॉर्मिंग यूनाइटेड और फुलहम और ब्राइटन के अगेंस्ट हुई थी, जो आर्सेनल के अगेंस्ट नहीं कर सकते अफोर्ड?
यार पिन पॉइंट करना तो like individual errors हुए Van Dijk के, Trent के, but एक common trend हमने ये देखा है कि we start the game after we are a goal or 2 down. वो जो urgency दिखती है ना, passing में, the pace of the game, tempo of the game, it's just so evident. We are starting games so slowly. And one more thing, we have not traveled well this season. We have not got a win away from home. I think the only point which is coming, 2 points, Fulham and Everton. We've lost against United. We lost against Napoli. There might be another draw somewhere, but we have not traveled well this season. like it's दिखता है teams को कि हम लोग कहाँ struggle कर रहे हैं. We are not pressing well. High line we are playing, and now that's getting exposed because of our pressing not being top quality. And Arsenal are going to enjoy themselves.
We start really fast. So Liverpool
Again, North London derby, you guys started, and I'm talking about the high line as well. We are going to play that high line. We are going to get exposed because of our lack of pressing, or lack of quality pressing. May I add? We are pressing, but we are not pressing together. The way we start the game is going to determine what the outcome is. You know, बहुत obvious चीज है who concedes, who scores the first. But वो बात नहीं है. The way we start, if we start, I'm not even saying we need to score first. The way we start the game, if we start the first 20 minutes on point, we are in the game and we can win it. We cannot afford to find ourselves in a position once again where we are like, we got to make a comeback. It's too big a task for this Liverpool team, which I remember when Henderson hit the woodwork, you said, oh, we were moments away from mentality monsters all over Twitter. I remember you tweeted that, Daksh, and we pride ourselves on that.
Of course.
Yeah, but the reality is that is missing. So we cannot put ourselves in that situation. Very simple, honest answer. We start the games very slow these days.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into predictions. मेरे को पता है निधि भाई predictions नहीं करते. So from निधि भाई, I'll ask one score prediction मत करना, but give me a bold prediction about a player or a moment in the game or something like that. ठीक है, Manas, what do you think the score is going to be?
It's very tough for me to go against Liverpool. So the optimist within me is saying it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think there are going to be goals in this for sure. There's no way Arsenal doesn't score against us right now. So I think it's a 2-2 draw. Where we make a comeback and we're trailing 2-1 and कुछ I think Firmino, Jota आके कुछ कर देंगे and then वापस Arsenal fans are frustrated. These two again, something like that. So 2-2 for me.
Okay. अगर draw हुआ, then Liverpool are behind Arsenal 11 points and behind City with playing City next. So that will be huge. I think Liverpool should. I mean, of course, Liverpool will go for the win, but I think a draw will be actually very. मेरे को पता है क्या फ्रस्ट्रेशन होगा अगर ड्रॉ होगा. लॉस पे तो होगा ही, बट या निधि भाई either या फिर प्लेयर ऑफ द गेम फॉर यू.
What is your prediction?
My prediction, so I think our starting lineup will be the same that's played against Spurs. Zinchenko को अच्छा रेस्ट मिल गया. Jesus played 30 minutes only. Odegaard rested. Saliba rested. Ben White rested. Partey rested. तो I think हम और कौन Xhaka चलो he played, Martinelli rested. So all of these, I think the best players that we have were not playing this week. They have a good rest, and the way we played against Spurs, I think it'll be 3-1. ये मैं दिल से बोल रहा हूँ, but my mind says what Manas says. I think it's going to be 2-2. We'll be winning 2-1 और फिर वो 81st minute पे एक डार्विन न्यूनेस का knock on header and Jota Ramsdale को near post पे beat कर देगा. But I think Xhaka will score again.
Nidhi, will you take a draw from this game if I give it to you right now?
Take a draw, yes. I mean, but I want to win. I know how
100%.
difficult it is.
Yeah.
I mean, a draw would be better than a loss. If you put it that way, right? मतलब थोड़ा ओवन टाइप स्टेटमेंट है, लेकिन
वही मैं ये बोलने आ रहा था. 1 point is more than 0, निधि.
1 is greater than 0. मतलब ये तो मतलब आइंस्टाइन भी बोलेगा कि मैं अभी आता हूँ भारत में.
ये वो नहीं है, मानचित्र लेवल हो गया है.
तो यार I think that a loss is as a loss में भी कुछ उतना ही फ्रस्ट्रेट होगा, उतना ही दिमाग खराब होगा, ऑलमोस्ट उतना ही पीछे हो जाएंगे जितना ड्रॉ से होगा. सो गो फॉर इट, मतलब मेरे हिसाब से तो.
Of course, we will go for it. Arsenal will go for it. Yeah. I think it will be a great spectacle this game.
Yeah.
Prediction अगर तू पूछेगा ना दक्ष मेरे से, there's going to be a red card in this game.
Oh, Yeah. लिवरपूल का या आर्सेनल का?
वो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा.
वो तो VAR ही बताएगा भाई.
I hope the refereeing is at least on point. कोई controversial decision नहीं decide करने चाहिए यार game. No matter Arsenal wins or Liverpool wins. Of course, both of our teams will take it. चाहे कुछ भी dodgy penalty भी मिल जाए. But I think refereeing it's as good as it can be. So yeah, ये था. This was the preview with Menace and the Monk. Thank you for watching. I don't know how long this video is. If it's too long, I'll break it into 2 parts. That's not an issue. So yeah, huge game for both Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal के लिए I say it's a do or die game because even though we might not win the title, it's important to keep as far away from Spurs, as far away from Chelsea as possible. Because अगर हम ये game हार जाते हैं and Spurs जीत जाते हैं, they're 1 point behind us, and then it's the same role as last season. उतना ही pressure आ जाएगा and everything. We don't need to deal with this. Liverpool are a great team. I won't be surprised if they beat us 3-0 at the end of it. But this is the best time to play them on paper. It's the best time to increase our lead over our top 4 rivals. It's the best time to stay on top of the table again. So thank you so much, Nidhi and Manas, for this preview. Please, of course, ऐसे तो हो नहीं सकता कि you've not subscribed to them. But if you've not subscribed to them by any stretch of the imagination या किसी भी गलत unsubscribe दब गया, go subscribe to them right now. They make daily content on Liverpool. If you are a Liverpool fan or if you have friends who are Liverpool fans, make them subscribe to Menace and the Monk. Thank you, Nidhi bhai, Manas bhai.
Yes, bro. Thank you for having us.
Come on, you guys.
Up the Reds!